Welcome back to the vlog, and here is episode 2. Episode 1 was maybe almost a year ago. You guys can look it up. I've not taken it down. I think the title of it is Three Truths and One Lie about why I started this vlog. And there has been no real vlogging since. And there are a number of reasons for this that I'll address in this episode, and also the solution. Primarily, I believe the real reason for not having that consistent vlogging and sharing of the ideas that I expressed that I wanted to share in the first episode has to do with, the first issue that I'm going to talk about today, which is, growth, the issue of growth and the misalignment of my goals in terms of growth and development. And by that, I mean making sure that all the things in my life are congruent. And if you know me in real life, I'm the type of person that always speaks the truth, because I can't psychologically, I can't mentally stand the pain of being dual purposed, or having things that don't line up properly. So there were a lot of misalignments in my life in terms of what it is that I'm doing and how I'm going about it, and I had to get those things straight. So that I could present my most authentic self. And so part of the struggles that I've been having is that my spiritual, psychological, relationships, fitness goals, they're all misaligned. Like, they're all over the place. And in terms of my goals moving forward, is to get those things realigned and all moving in the same track, so that all my actions are lined up with the direction that I want to go in. And so that's part of the issue that I've been having. And the goals that I've set moving forward are to get those realigned, get everything on the same page, everything on the same track, all the supporting things on the bus to support me achieving those goals, and and share that process and that journey with you. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be smooth sailing moving forward. Pretty sure there are going to be hiccups and issues and maybe points where things don't quite line up so well, but through intentionality, and acting with bravery while being intentional, I think the game is to keep as many of those things aligned as possible. The other issue that I've been having is that in terms of growth, in terms of knowledge and experience, there are some areas in my life where that has been improving, but there are quite a lot of areas where it hasn't. In professional life, yes, I've learned a lot. I've been around some amazing people and I've learned a lot from them, and they've shared a lot with me, and hopefully from the things that I've shared, they've learned a lot too. But in terms of the other areas of my life, that has not been so clear. And that's one of the things that I want to make sure that gets back on track in terms of how it has been in the past. So I've set a goal to read one book every 8 weeks, which I think that's a very modest goal, and just try to get that learning in, learn new things, different things from different fields, implement, see what works, share that knowledge, share that new information with you, share that experience with you, and you guys will get a first hand look at what it is that has been working for me, what hasn't been working for you, and hopefully inspire a couple of you to take those types of actions in your life. The third thing that has been like way off is Despite in my professional life coaching world-class athletes, I have not been crafting a world-class fitness or physique. And that's one of the things that definitely has to get back on track. That's one of the key goals that I've had. I'm 45 years old. I know I don't look it, but I'm 45 years old, and I'm not trying to be something impossible. I'm trying to be maybe in the top 10% of fitness, general physical fitness for my age group. And that's good enough for me. I'm not trying to go back into my teenage years and lift 300, 400 pounds and no, but I want to be as fit as possible, given the type of work schedule that I have, and also to try and work myself into the top 10% of 45-year-olds in terms of fitness, and hopefully push past that a little bit once I achieve that goal. So one of the fitness goals would be to run a 5K in 25 minutes, to be able to do 20 pull-ups, stuff like that, and I'll share a little bit more as we go along what the specific fitness goals are. But it's to regain that level of fitness, not just from a standpoint of or an arbitrary standpoint of certain fitness measures, but in terms of locomotion, mobility, being able to being able to act and move well in the situation or the scenario that requires it. So I'm definitely behind where that is, and looking forward to building that right back out. You'll see me posting some fitness content. It's not a fitness channel. It's just part of the things that need to come forward based on who I really am and things that are important to me. And the fourth thing that really needs to be come forward, and it really bothered me, because I kept wondering if it is possible for me to share a vlog and if it would be entertaining at all, if anybody would even care about it, because it wouldn't be entertaining enough. I've had very few new experiences in terms of travel. I've traveled for work, but I don't want to showcase my work on this channel. And so in terms of just traveling for leisure, I've had very few experiences. And that's one of the things that I felt insecure about. I was not growing in terms of having those new experiences and enjoying life, even just in my local area, like local adventures, like finding a new beach or finding a new cafe. Or so in terms of travel and adventure, those types of experiences were pretty much shut off from me. I was pretty much just locked into work and moving forward, not just for the content for the vlog, but for my own PD, my own personal development. It's important to live, to live a little, to live a lot with the time that I have left here, and share those experiences with you guys. I'm not saying I'm going to be traveling all over the world, like, jet setting to a new country each week. My goal is very modest. It's just to be able to get through to travel to 4 countries each year, and in particular to start locally in Kingston, Jamaica, where I'm based, but also to get to those regional countries, the Cuba, the Central America, the other Caribbean nations, and extend out from there, But in all things, I'm starting, with what I believe to be attainable goals, and moving outwards from there to gain and more momentum as time goes on. And of course, to take you guys along for the adventure, because that's what this is about. It's about leaving this type of record of me being here of, you know, the experiences that I've shared, the things that I stand for, and, you know, hopefully I've shared so far in this particular episode of the vlog the four key things that I do stand for in terms of the growth, spirit, and alignment, being in unison in all things, spiritual, physical, psychological, relationship wise, fitness wise, in terms of gaining new knowledge, and not just information, but knowledge that grows you, knowledge that you implement and you learn from, you know, in terms of fitness, physical fitness, that I've made an entire profession out of helping persons to gain, you know, what I consider to be supernatural levels of fitness in particular areas. And to gain some of that fitness for myself, not necessarily to be the best of the best of the best or the fittest of the fittest, but to at least achieve a high level of fitness for my particular age group, and to be able to express that fitness not in like a random sports-based ways in particular, but in terms of general, being able to do certain things generally in life without too much stress, just being able to move well, being able to, you know, if I'm called upon to complete a particular daily life task, not having aches and pains afterwards, you know, and adventure, to live and enjoy this world in a full and wholesome way, and to be able to practice what I preach in terms of, you know, making the best of life, and, you know, being out there, you know, being outside, enjoying, you know, everything that this world has to offer. It's gonna be a wild adventure, and I hope to take you guys along for it. So until we meet again in the next vlog, then, you know, you can check out the video that pops up on your screen, because that's what YouTube wants you guys to look at next.